All right, so for pistol grip, I believe when we are firing a pistol, the success or lack thereof, a lot has to do with the grip. A lot has to do with the grip. There's a lot of information out there. Some of it's really good, some of it's questionable. Here's my take on grip. I want to grip the gun with conviction. So what I mean by that is a firm, solid grip with both hands. Not to the point where I'm shaking or white knuckling, but a solid grip. Like you're gonna shake somebody's hand, you know, somebody that you haven't seen in a while, a family member, somebody you're really happy, it's gonna be a firm grip. Same idea with the gun, firm grip with both hands. What I'm trying to think about doing is, with the master hand, the web of the hand, we wanna bring that up as high up onto the beaver tail as we possibly can. And then in terms of alignment, oftentimes there's, in my opinion, just my opinion, there's an overfixation on sight alignment, i.e. front sight, rear sight needs to be aligned with what you want to shoot. I disagree. I believe the alignment is about the body in relation to the gun. What I mean by that is, if we had the front sight, the rear sight, and the radial bone in relative line upon purchase of the gun, what I mean by that is upon getting a solid grip on the gun, these alignment pieces are going to help you with success. Now, of course, the size of the target, the distance at which we're shooting that target, whether or not that target is moving, yes, some things are going to be factored in, but in terms of a stationary, static position for people that are just learning how to shoot a pistol, the grip is really, really important. So when we grip the gun, we want to put as much of the meat of our hand onto the gun as possible, the web of the hand high up onto the beaver tail of the pistol, front sight, rear sight, radial bone, all in relative line to the dominant eye. Now, if you're a right-handed shooter, but a left-eye dominant shooter, it's not uncommon to cant the head slightly. So we just bring the head slightly off center, so now the dominant eye would be in line with your sights. So with the grip, master hand's established. The support hand, what we're gonna think about doing is applying as much meat of the heel part of the hands onto the back strap as possible. And then what you'll notice is the two thumbs are pointed forward. So what I like personally is my support hand thumb. I like to make contact with the frame of the gun, and we're putting pressure on the gun in this direction. With the master hand thumb, I like to lock it on top of the support hand thumb here, and this is gonna put downward pressure on the grip. And then of course with the master hand wrapped around the gun on the right hand side, we've got a firm, solid grip from the right hand side of the gun. So essentially we've got multi-directional pressure onto the gun. When it comes time to start to prep the trigger, as we think about it, yes, we've made the decision, we see the target, we see the thing that needs our attention. As we start to prep the trigger in terms of this sequence, releasing the shot, it's target. So right now, we bring the gun to our alignment, which is our eyes and our body, so our hips are not all canted out, we're in complete balance. We don't have to be super wide stance, none of that. Be relaxed, be in balance, athletic. Once you're in this position, present the gun, target. Trigger, we want to prep the trigger, and then release the shot when we're ready, and it's in that sequence. So if there was multiple targets that needed our attention, present the gun, target, trigger, sights, right as we release the shot. The next thing that needs our attention, we see the target, open up our hips, find the target, prep the trigger, release the shot. Look for the target, see the thing that needs our attention, open up our hips, prep the trigger, release the shot. And it would continue in that sequence until everything that needed our attention got a little bit of love. All right, so in that order, you see the thing that needs you need to give it the good news, see it, prep the trigger, then release the shot. As you do so, you might pick up the sights, and it might be a partial sight picture. What I mean by that is the red dot, if you're using a red dot, might be really clear, might be blurry. Front post might be really clear. Don't be surprised, and it's okay if it's a little bit blurry. Target, trigger, sights, and in that order. So with the grip, if the grip is established and we start shooting multiple shot strings, sometimes the grip will become compromised. That's okay, it's on us, the onus is on us to reestablish that firm, aggressive grip. So I had a great opportunity to operate with a gentleman who shared a phrase and a term with me that stuck with me. And he said, firm, relaxed, and firm. And I said, what do you mean? He said, sometimes we need to be firm, sometimes we need to be relaxed when we're driving the gun from point A to point B, and then we need to be firm on the grip. So firm, relaxed, firm stuck with me, and it is applied in so many different venues when it comes to shooting. When we draw the gun, yes, we're going to be firm with the gun. When we reload, we want to be relaxed. You can imagine if we're uber aggressive and we're super tense with our muscles, this can be problematic. So firm, firing the gun, firm grip. As we release the shot, if we needed to reload, as we access the magazine, now we want to be relatively relaxed so we can be firm again on the gun. Should you have any stoppages, we're firm, relaxed, firm, firm, relaxed, firm. This is what we're after. So I'm glad that just happened. That was not that was not rehearsed, did not expect it, but my point being is I can still work through the gun, talk to you guys, and still put the rounds where I want them to. I'm not saying, yeah, look at me, tap on the back. That's not it. My point is, knowing when to be relaxed, knowing when to be firm, and on the gun, the grip is, in my opinion, the biggest component that sometimes gets misunderstood. Sometimes people will overgrip the gun, which, you know, makes it very difficult to maintain and sustain. And then sometimes the grip becomes a little bit loose because people get fatigued or tired or whatever it might be. So 2 hands on the gun, put as much meat onto the gun as you possibly can. Grip the gun with conviction, but without trying to, you know, snap it in half.